Children can sometimes have irrational fears, and we have some advice on how to help them. Today is Wednesday, March 12th. From Ave Maria Radio, this is Michigan Mornings. Good morning from Ishpeming. I'm Matthew Handley. Let's begin with the news. The Holy See Press Office says Pope Francis is showing slight improvement, but that his overall condition is complex. He's continuing to receive high-flow oxygen therapy as part of his treatment. Due to the Roman Curia's spiritual exercises this week, there is no general audience today and no weekly catechesis. The Vatican is currently not offering a timeline as to when the Holy Father could be released from the hospital. Ontario's Premier Doug Ford has suspended his province's 25% surcharge on electricity into the United States following a conversation with U.S. Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick yesterday. In response, President Donald Trump says he respects the Premier's decision, and the White House later confirmed it would scale back new tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum products from 50% to 25%. Attorney General Dana Nessel says the facility where a hyperbaric chamber fire killed a 5-year-old boy did not prioritize safety. This is after police arrested 4 people in the boy's death. Thomas Cooper died at the Oxford Center, an alternative medicine facility in Troy, on January 31st. The facility says it treats over 100 conditions, including Alzheimer's, autism, and dyslexia. Those conditions are not cleared for hyperbaric oxygen therapy by the Food and Drug Administration, nor are the ones that a family attorney said Thomas' parents brought him in for, sleep apnea and ADHD. In a news conference, Dana Nessel said the center put profits ahead of the safety of its clients. Tamala Peterson, the center CEO, allegedly interfered repeatedly in the investigation and was described as a flight risk at her first court hearing. She was given $2 million bond. To Lansing now, where State House Republicans voted yesterday to advance a measure that would roll back the state's income tax from 4.25% to 4.05%. The small cut would save an average Michigander a few $100s a year. No Democrats on the panel voted for the measure, and Governor Whitmer's office has already signaled they will oppose it. If it were to pass, it would make the cuts retroactive to January 1st of this year. And 977 individuals will be entering the Catholic Church on Easter throughout the Archdiocese of Detroit. 400 catechumens will be baptized at parishes across the Archdiocese, and 577 will complete their conversions. It's the largest class in the Archdiocese of Detroit since 2017. You're listening to Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio. Now this.
The leading Catholic voices are on EWTN Radio.
We want listeners to see that God has a unique and unrepeatable plan for their lives and how to rejoice in the work God's doing in their hearts and in their homes.
God wants to set us free to live more abundantly. More to Life explores what that really looks like, living it out in our everyday life and relationships.
More to Life with Dr. Greg and Lisa Popchak.
Today at 10 on Ave Maria Radio. The warming trend is continuing in Detroit. Today we'll have a high of 44 with partly sunny skies. Tonight the low will dip to 30 with partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, expect sunny skies with a high of 52. Friday will be partly sunny with a high of 65. The rain returns on Saturday. Showers are likely as well as some high wind gusts, but the temperature will be near 70. The warming trend is continuing in Saginaw. Today we'll see some clouds to start, but those will clear out by the afternoon. Our high will be 44. Tonight will be partly cloudy and our low will dip to 28. Tomorrow, expect mostly sunny skies with a high near 52. Friday will be partly sunny with a high near 68. We'll have rain likely on Saturday, and we'll have some wind gusts as well, but the high will be 70. I have an obituary to bring to your attention this morning. Sister Eileen Houlihan of the Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary passed away on Monday. She was born in 1922 and entered religious life in 1940 and taught music and worked in parish life across the Archdiocese of Detroit. Her funeral will be Thursday at the IHM Mother House Chapel in Monroe. She was 102. Requiescat in pace. Welcome back to Michigan Mornings. I'm Matthew Handley. Sometimes children have irrational fears. A recent listener to Dr. Ray sent him an e-person asking him how to help his daughter who has a fear of death.
There are things you can say. How much difference will they make in the short term? Don't know. So the couple things I would suggest. One, I would want some details. So, honey, what is it that makes you so scared about death? I don't want to die. Neither do I. Do you know at age 10 that's not likely at all? Do you know that? No. But I'm still afraid of dying. See, when you're dealing with somebody that's irrational, no matter what you kind of give them in terms of logic or reason, they may simply not respond. But I would, first step, get into specifics. Honey, what do you think heaven's like? I don't know. I just don't want to be forever in heaven. Well, I wouldn't either if I was afraid of it, but what is it that you're afraid of in heaven? Are you afraid of being perfectly happy all the time? No. Well, what are you afraid of? What do you think is going to happen? Well, I don't even know what I'm going to do. You don't even know what you'll do up there. No, but what we do know is what God told us, and it is a most beautiful place. It's a wonderful place, and we'll be with God. We may be with an awful lot of the people we know and love. So tell me, what is it that frightens you about heaven? So you can reassure her that in that way. Now, if after all this, she still hyperventilates and she gets herself so shook up, you say, honey, why don't you go lay in your bed and calm down? Or why don't you go sit on the couch and calm down? I'll talk to you about it when you're calm, but not when you're like this.
You can get more family advice like that every weekday on The Doctor Is In. Listen at 1 o'clock or on demand with the free Ave Maria radio app. I'm Matthew Handley. That is going to do it for this edition of Michigan Mornings on a Wednesday. Lord willing, I will talk to you again tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.